Welcome back to the channel. We officially only have 13 days left before the Kingdom Arena season does officially end. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 most popular team compositions that you guys can use right now to rank up. And that team is going to be Brute Cookie and Hollyberry Cookie in the front. We have Moonlight and Stardust in the center, and then we have BTS in the back. We've got the Whistle Treasure, the Revive Feather, and then also the Jelly Watch. As always, if you don't have the variant leveled up, you can utilize the standard Squishy Jelly Watch. Just use whichever one you have the highest level on. Now, as far as the toppings, Hollyberry's running a full Swift Chocolate build. This is a balancing act between stacking up as much damage resistance and cooldown as you possibly can. Brute Cookie is going to be running a full solid almond build. The main focus here is stacking up damage resistance to aid in their survivability, but also crit percent, because you do want to make sure they are putting out as much damage as they possibly can when utilizing their skill. Now, Stardust is going to be running a full apple jelly set. The main stipulation is you have to have at least 8% for the cooldown. All right, outside of that, you want to stack up as much damage resistance as you can to aid in their survivability, and then a crit percent to take advantage of their sleep mechanic. Now, Moonlight's going to be running a mixed set, 3 searing raspberries and 2 solid almonds. Once again here, the main stipulation is 8% at least for the overall cooldown, between the 8 and 9%. You want to stack up as much damage resistance as you possibly can to aid in their survivability, while also maintaining as much attack percent as you can to aid in them doing more damage. As always, BTS is running a full Swift Chocolate build. You're aiming for anything over 24% for the overall cooldown. We've got Capsaicin and Queen of Man in the front. We have Moonlight Cookie and Maddie in the center, and then we have BTS Cookie in the back. We've got the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the Robe, and the Whistle Treasure. As for the toppings, Queen of Man is running a full solid almond set. Again, the main focus here is stacking up as much damage resistance as you possibly can to aid in their survivability, also maintaining either the highest or the second highest attack speed so they receive the buff from the Robe Treasure. Capsaicin is running a full searing raspberry build. Once again, this is stacking up as much damage resistance as you possibly can and at least 6% for the overall cooldown. Additionally, getting as much attack as you possibly can will aid in them doing more damage. Additionally, Maddie's running a full searing raspberry build. Again, the main focus here is having the highest or the second highest attack speed so they get the buff from the Robe Treasure, and then stacking up as much damage resistance as you possibly can to aid in their survivability. Additional crit percent and attack percent also is going to aid in them doing more damage. Now, Moonlight Cookie, we're going to be running a full searing raspberry build. Again, it's always a balancing act between stacking damage resistance and cooldown to aid in obviously their survivability and utilizing their skill more often. I will say that mine are a little bit on the lower side. You definitely need more damage resistance than this, and you ideally are looking for around that 7.9% for cooldown. And then last but not least, BTS is always running a full Swift Chocolate build. Again, the main focus here is stacking up as much cooldown as you possibly can, aid in utilizing their skill more often. And then last but not least, we have the Brute Scam comp, which is utilized to one-shot the brand new attack speed meta team. That's going to be Brute and Donut Cookie in the front. We have Moonlight Cookie and Captain Caviar in the center, with Squid Ink in the back. We have the Whistle Treasure, the Revive Feather, and the Old Pilgrim Scroll. And as for the toppings, Donut's going to be running a full Swift Chocolate build. Again, the main focus here is stacking up as much damage resistance and cooldown as you possibly can. And Brute's going to be running a full searing raspberry build. Again, the main focus here is stacking up damage resistance and attack percent, as you do want him to do a little bit more damage. You can opt to run a full solid almond set. Keep in mind that this does not have any attack whatsoever on this build, but you could run a full solid almond set, stack up damage resistance here. It would aid in their survivability, but it would lack a little bit in damage. Captain Caviar is going to be running a full searing raspberry build as well. Now, the main focus here and the most important thing to keep in mind is that he must have the least amount of damage resistance, as this strategy does evolve with Captain Caviar dying, taking the Revive Feather, and then popping off his skill again. So the least amount of damage resistance or no damage resistance, and purely just stack up as much attack percent as you possibly can. Moonlight Cookie as well is going to be running a full searing raspberry build. Again, the main focus here is at least achieving 8% for the cooldown for the timing on the skill, and then stacking up as much damage resistance and attack percent as you can. And then Squid Ink as well is running a full searing raspberry build. Again, you want at least 4% for the cooldown. It's not necessary, but it is recommended. And then as much damage resistance and attack percent 100% as you possibly can, again, to aid in the survivability and them doing maximum damage. And there you go. That is 3 arena teams that you guys can use right now to increase your rank before the season does officially end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related. Also, if you're looking for a cool community or you need some additional help, I do have a Discord. You can always find that link down below in the description. With that being said, though, guys, as always, I'll see ya on the next one.